I'm going to take a look at Command and Colors Samurai Battles from GMT Games, along with the CDG Solo Systems for Samurai Battles, which comes in this set. There's several games that the CDG Solo System covers, and Samurai Battles is one of them. I just got done with a solo game of it using that system, and this is somewhat of an after-action report, and I'll talk a little bit about gameplay of Samurai Battles and the solo system. But please note, this isn't meant to be a rules summary, so do not try to play the game after my explanation. In fact, I find it hard for me to play the game after my explanation sometimes. So this is the second scenario, Arita Castle, 1517 AD, Phase 1. There's several scenarios in Samurai Battles. That's one of the things that I really like about this set of Command and Colors. If you're not familiar with Command and Colors, it's a block, somewhat of a block game. There are blocks, wooden blocks in most of the games, but Samurai Battles uses blocks, but there's no fog of war because they are stickered on both sides. And it is a game where that's in the Command and Color system, which originated back with Battle Cry and went through Memoir 44, and there's several iterations. I'll put a link to my unboxing where I kind of talk about some of those in the unboxing. But basically, you're going to have command cards that you play that allow you to attack certain areas of the board. The board is divided up into 3 sections. You have a center, a left, and a right. And the cards will let you move units either on the center, left, or right, or pick a unit in any one of those sections. But basically, you're issuing these cards as commands to move your units. And then when you attack, it's a simple matter of you roll dice based on the type of unit that is attacking. You know, there's this reference cards here. So if you have a samurai spearman attacking cavalry, if they get 4 combat dice. And then if you have the samurai bowman, then if they move, they can move up 2 hexes and they have a range of 3. But if they held, they can roll 3 dice. If they move, they only roll 1 dice. And when you're rolling the dice, you're trying to match up the symbol of the opponent. So if these units here were attacking these units, they'd need to roll that upside down blue triangle on the dice. If you roll banners, then there's a retreat. And if you roll swords, there's usually a special ability. They really a lot of times come in play in close combat, but there's usually a special designation there. And then these are honor and glory cards, or you get these chits here, honor and fortune. That's what you get. You get these tokens, and these come into play, which is a little bit different than the other Command and Colors system. These add a different element that is consistent with, I guess, this period and this theme. But as I was saying, there are I think there's 21 scenarios in this book. As you see, well, here 40. Yeah, there's 40 scenarios in this book. So a lot of times it's the same battle, but it's different phases of the battle. But there's 40 scenarios in this book. So one thing I like about Samurai Battle, there's a lot of gameplay in here. So this is the situation at the end of the game. The forces that won were, and I'll butcher the names, of course, because I'm required to. You have Mori was the attacking from this side in red, and Takada was defending. Basically, they had several bowmen. Mori had mainly mounted archers, but had mounted forces, and they end up winning the day. In order to win, you need to have 3 banners. You get 1 victory banner for each unit that is destroyed, and 2 victory banners for each leader eliminated. And then in Command and Colors, in most of the system, a unit is not just 1 block. A unit is a group of blocks. So like these 4 blocks here is 1 unit. So when you destroy all 4 of them, you have destroyed a unit. Mori destroyed a unit and a leader. they were able to destroy a leader of the Takeda forces. And the way they did that is they did that with a dragon card, with a ninja assassin. So they were able to target an enemy leader and roll and get that. One of the things that you see here is using these cards. This is a little bit different than some of the Command and Color series. Actually, this is kind of brought into the fantasy one that they had. Battle Lore, which is not, doesn't have Command and Colors in the title, but Battle Lore is part of this system as well. And they had like magic cards, and these dragon cards kind of feel like that. They're like super tactics, but you have to pay for these, and there's a cost there, and you're paying for these with these honor and fortune tokens. So that's another that's a kind of a different change to Samurai Battles. Another thing about honor and token forces, you have to pay those when you're forced to retreat. As I said, when you roll these banners. If you roll 1, you have to retreat 1 hex. If you roll 2, then you have to retreat 2 hexes. Each time each hex you retreat, you have to pay one of these. And if you don't pay some of these, there's penalties there. So you're wanting to keep these tokens up to pay for dragon cards, but also to cover your retreats, because otherwise you're losing honor when you have to retreat. And again, that's all goes back to the thematic nature, or try to recreate some of the theme of this period. The Samurai Code and Bushido Code was very stringent on honor. So that's the final situation. Mori with the mounted cavalry were able to win the day by achieving the 3 points, or the 3 victory points. As for the solo play, you have the CDG Solo System. You have one of these decks here, or one of these cards here, that you're going to play out the command card. So normally, when you're playing Command and Colors, it's kind of hard to play solo because there's hidden information. The other side's going to have these order cards, and you don't know what order cards they have. What the CDG Solo System does is it basically, guides you to which card to play on that side. So you're going to, lay out cards based on what the card hand side is based on the scenario. Then you're going to roll this dice. And this is the special dice that comes with the CDG Solo System, and that's going to tell you like A, B, and C. So then you're going to go to this chart here and look up what A, B, and C means. And it says, if not already face up, flip all face down cards in slots A, B, and C. So you'd flip up all face down cards in A, B, and C. And then play card A, B, or C for any allowable purpose. So you can play, so it's basically guiding you to which card you can play. So there's still going to be some decisions here. This isn't a complete self-contained AI that's going to make all your decisions for you. This basically limits the cards you're going to be able to play, or kind of guides you to the cards you can play. And then you're going to play that card, and then you're going to do it accordingly what the situation is. So you're still going to make the implementation decision, so to speak, for which card you pick. You'll make the decision based on the units that are available. So it's not a complete AI, but it does give you some feel, or I guess some reliance on another side limiting your decision. So you're not forced to say, well, I'm always going to take the worst card, or I don't know which card to take. Well, this will kind of help guide you on which cards that are available, and then you're going to make the best of those cards to play solo. So not a bad system. As I said, this is the first one for Command and Colors. A lot of these other ones are straight CDG game systems, which are generally point to point, and you're playing a card for either its action points to do certain things, or to do the event. This is the cards here are all they're still kind of CDG, but they're really orders, and so it's a little bit different game system than what the CDG Solo System normally is dealing with. Because you see here, Paths of Glory, Washington War, Caesar, Rome versus Gaul, and For the People all those are your typical point-to-point action cards, cards that are used either for action points in events and the like. You know, Command and Colors Ancients and Command and Colors Samurai Battles are set like this, which are command cards. You know, you're not playing action points, you're issuing orders to units on either the right, left, or center. So that's what I have for you today. That is Samurai Battles, and that is the CDG Solo System. Let's start with the Solo System first. The Solo System is fine. I mean, there's a lot of people shy away from Command and Colors to play solo because it has the hidden information. This adds a nice touch to it. It's not perfect, but it adds a nice way to eliminate or to narrow the cards that you can choose, so you're not just sticking with a whole hand and trying to figure out what to do with that. So that's not too bad of a system. As for Samurai Battles, it's very similar to Ancients. I haven't played Napoleonics, but you know, you've got your blocks that are stickered on both sides. It's the same combat system. You have terrain that goes on the board. The units are trying to match up the number of hits based on the opponent. It's the same standard fare. It does give you a little bit more feel for the samurai period with the honor and fortune. The dragon cards are thematic and add a new feel to it. Plus the units. I mean, because you do have this is there is gunpowder or the beginnings of gunpowder in this game as well. So you've got, and there are certain effects that the gunpowder units, which are right here, the arquebusters. I can't pronounce that. They get there's certain, like the what is that at? The sword dice usually allows them to do some certain things on some of their combat. So there's some different theme here. You do get a feel for this period. And so if you're interested in this period and you want to get 40 different scenarios and get a little bit flavor of this period, then I highly recommend Samurai Battles. If you like the Command and Color system. If you're not a big fan of Command and Color systems, then this isn't probably going to draw you in. And if you feel like you've got plenty of Command and Colors with Ancients and Napoleonics and even Medieval and some of the other stuff, then hey, if you've got all that, might as well get this. But if you feel like you've got Command and Colors covered, I don't know if this adds that much more. I mean, it does add the samurai period and some of the feel of it, but it is some more of the same at a very high level when you look at Command and Colors in general. I like it. I'll play it. I like different periods and like looking at the tactics and the capabilities of the different units during different periods. So this fits right up my alley. I play a lot of games solo, so the CDG Solo System fits in nicely. There's not a lot of setup. I mean, you've basically have this chart here, you have this die, and there's some counters that you use to track cards remaining and stuff. But the rules are basically this. I mean, it's basically just an interpretation of what die roll you do. So not complicated at all, not hard to add at all. So there you have it. That is Command and Color Samurai's Battles along with CDG Solo System. Love to know your thoughts on this. Do you like Samurai Battles? Do you like first of all, do you like Command and Colors in general, good, bad, or ugly? Command and Color Samurai Battles, good, bad, or ugly? Have you played the CDG Solo System? Good, bad, or ugly? Love to see a dialogue started. Love to hear what your thoughts are on this. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, morning, night, evening, whatever time it is you're watching this. Thanks all. Thanks for watching.